guys. Hey, everybody.
Who's this guy?
Who is that guy? I have never seen this handsome boy before.
Handsome boy.
Handsome boy. Jeremiah, I'm glad you're back from the Philippines, which is the second time we say that because you were on the Wednesday game.
I was on the Wednesday game, and
it's okay.
Technically speaking, I was kind of the Friday game.
Technically speaking, you
I kind
were
of showed
here.
up a little bit.
But yes, welcome everybody to Divine and Conqueror's Sacred World. This is a 5e game based on the Pathfinder Inner Seas, using the Greyhawk Pantheon, a little bit of Taldor, a little bit of Innistrad, and a little bit of Ravnica to just flare all that in. If that doesn't mean anything to you, who cares? Welcome. D&D is fun and for everybody. We do have some announcements. I think, Dickie, do you have an announcement?
I do. Same announcement I've been making the past couple of weeks.
Yes, please.
A writer, good science fiction writer, where am I at?
Yeah, it shows right there.
All right.
Or we can put it on the flag.
Or if you take off the flag, we can. There you go.
There you go. That works. Don Greenfield Ireland, a good friend of mine and mentor, is writing her fourth book now of Thal. The first book is Prophecy of Thal, which is a science fiction about a young lady that kind of jumps between dimensions accidentally and has all different types of adventures in it. Also, for you fun people in the world,
the zesty people.
You zesty people. She also goes by DG Ireland. She's writes erotic thrillers. This is the third book of shifters, people who can shift into animals and that are in our world and our time and our society and has to keep it secret. And it's a very, very interesting concept. So also, I believe on our Twitter, we have her address, correct, Victoria? Or website or something?
Oh, yeah, the information can be put down below. If it's not, type in the chat. If you text it to me, I'll put it on the
Yeah, and those are the books, and it's Dawn Greenfield, Ireland. Strongly recommend it. She's coming out with her fourth book, and I'll be editing that for her also.
Which is super
I will
cool.
put the information in chat for
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Second announcement, we would like to thank our friends at Helen & Claw, who make these amazing DM screens, and look at this beautiful, as I'm trying not to trip over my wires. Oh, thank you, Jeremiah. Look at that dice vault, that dual hex dice vault that covers up to 2 sets, and then there's a single one as well. Ooh, look at that displacement. And they also have these really cool, where I keep my dice underneath, but there's these really cool dice vaults, dice trays that you can put your dice and have them in a tray and roll it on them. Yeah, look at all that
beautiful wood.
Look at that beautiful wood. And if you use the code Divine Conqueror, you get 10% off, which is amazing because you get nice wood and 10% off.
Yes.
One of these days.
One of these days.
I'll be civilized about this.
We will not laugh when we say that.
Yeah. What is a funny word? No. Their information is down below their Etsy link if you're watching on YouTube or if you're here live on Twitch. Also, Alistair, what's up with that?
Alistair, so it is Year of the Bro, guys.
It is the Year of the Bro.
And Lynn and I are working real hard to bring you this webcomic very soon this year, so that you can enjoy the adventures of Paladin Alistair and his newfound friend West the Barbarian as they journey together to stop the end of the world. It'll be fun, guys. Trust me.
It's gonna be an amazing bro venture.
I have so little faith in this party, but I cannot wait to see it. Yes, the Patreon information is down below. Please follow that. Another yes. Huh? What?
I said like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, like and subscribe. As you guys can see, Big Tabatha and Kelsey will be in the Aether. Ronny will try his best to come in, but technical difficulties. So we'll see what happens. Two things. One, we need to plug and Prison City Felons. They're going to have a burlesque show in Huntsville on January 25th. The door opens at 8. Please reserve your tickets. I hopefully will have a little video to show later on that, but not today, because I haven't had the footage today. But yeah, it's a cool little show that my friends are doing, and it's always a lot of fun. They're doing their I don't remember exactly what the specific one is called, but yeah, if you guys go to the PrisonCityFelons.com, you can get tickets there. It's really cool, and the show has been growing and growing and growing. This is their 6th show, and it's pretty amazing, if I do say so myself. If you like that sort of thing, cabaret and burlesque, and a little bit of dark sometimes, and a little bit of pretty. Last thing is we need to promote our merch because we never do.
Banzai!
Banzai and this amazing Dean's t-shirt, which we have other things, like if
there's a sticker.
There are stickers, yes. If you go down below, you'll find our TeePublic page, and you can get things like, oh, this is supposed to be a lot smoother, but it's being stuck on the.
It's a very strong sticker.
Like sometimes it goes in, and sometimes it's hard to come out, right? Like don't. It's just extra.
Oh,
extra
what is that?
thick boy.
What is that thick boy? What is that?
But here's the poster
boy
for our battle royale that we did.
Because here,
Look
bigger
at
camera.
that. Look at that.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Look
at that.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, we should get cool things like that.
Look at
In
this.
there.
Battle Royale. Wait, you got this at the
What?
At the website?
Yeah. You can get this on their website. They have
I didn't
posters
know you could do
and stickers,
posters.
and they have buttons, and they have coffee mugs,
I went on
and
vacation.
travel
I need to leave
thermoses,
first.
and they have bags and T-shirts and sweaters. It's and magnets. It's so cool. They have so many things. Oh, that's kind of how that works, yeah. And if anyone out there in the Aether knows how to bypass the 24-hour rule Premiere has, so I can split the video because we film for 27 hours, and thus the Battle Royale film cannot be edited because Premiere is dumb. No, actually Premiere sponsors. If
I want to say from the bottom of my heart, my bad, guys.
no, next 24-hour stream, we're going to have a stop point for 1 second, turn off the stream, and then turn it right back on.
Battle Royale.
So we have 12-hour video to 12-hour video, so we can have our Battle Royale in its full glory.
Wes just wouldn't die.
Yeah, Wes, God. Oh, Meteor Swarm? Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh. Even though Wes...
Jericho's like, nah, I'm not gonna get hit.
Oh, no,
like
yeah,
that.
Jericho just like, and... Yeah, Jericho was inside a gigantic colossal worm the entire time and killed everybody. Come out of the shadows, sneak attack, go back into the shadows. Come out of the shadows, sneak attack, go back into the
It's like,
shadows.
oh, meteor storm? Nah, I'm not gonna get hit by that.
No, I'm going to go inside something. But with us stalling long enough,
Yes.
let's roll that intro.
Intro.
And we are back.
Hello.
So, as I'm opening up my book to be able to recap
The book?
the you mean this book?
Yeah.
Everyone roll death saves. So,
The one that kills us.
it didn't kill you, guys just got almost dead.
It's okay. I can identify this. Do you need me to identify?
I know.
You guys know how that went last time.
Rognarv did it.
Rognarv
Anyway,
did not.
recap.
So, leaving Fanwood, you guys were traveling to the Dwarf Valley of the Mindspin Mountains to get some supplies and making your way to Krovasa so we can get some information what's inside Wes's head. You guys saw a grotesque and gruesome display from a couple gnolls, and follow the tracks. In a way too intelligent slight ambush, you guys confronted the gnolls, and were doing fairly well until a gnoll priestess and the rest of her warband kind of came out of nowhere.
Kind of came out?
Well, kind of. I mean, she was just behind the mountain. Well, I mean, there's also the flare, which I don't want to mention anything. So, you guys discovered these gnolls were oddly.
Sorry.
Ooh, I thought that was my dog, and I got scared. Is my baby hurt? You guys, these gnolls were oddly intelligent. Still savage and grotesque, but had a great amount of willpower when commanded. And the other thing is they had these two long 1 foot black fangs that is not a display of the common gnoll. As she pretty much said that this was a waste of their time, that they had a bigger fish to fry, they left. As you guys went into the mountains, Ariell warned the Duke of the mountain and explained the situation, and he also explained that the priestess casted a spell to change her appearance to a royal member of the Whitestone Court, and also had a very large 9 foot tall, rubbered, slenderish man that was, as Mumrock alerted you guys, it was a doppelganger, who also disguised himself as a royal member of Whitestone. John and Elia Wheatfield. So with that information being given, you guys went to, at the mountains, you also found that there was a large party of different adventurers who were all there for the same reason, as Ariell described the, Ariell gave the letter of the, not ransom, but a bounty. If you guys can kill Draka the Black, this great beast that lives in the swamps, you get a good amount of gold and gems. As different adventurers are there to try to reap this money. Gems are pretty good.
The shinies.
And the
What? The shinies.
last two of the events of the night was a bard stealing one of Lass's songs and claiming it as his own, with a very drunk confession and a curse that was placed on Lass that defied arcanic means from Oria's dispelment and y'all's knowledge of the arcane. He did a odd semi-ritual to remove the curse and explain to you guys that he learned this spell from the what was her name? Lady of Strings. That coincidentally, because Ariell and Oria knew Abyssal, the leader of the Gnolls was also going to go visit, who also lives in the swamp. It's like everything's just in that swamp, man.
That swamp.
That swamp.
Get out of my swamp!
And so now having her voice back and having that information and having a very drunk, very scared bard in y'all's possession, you can add it to your inventory.
The scary part.
Scared bard. Wes, out of this whole charade of shenanigans, was trying his best to meditate and did contact some odd memories that were not his. And came out of it knowing 8 different words in Enochian, which, to recap what Enochian is a even older language than Celestial that the book is written in.
I'm learning so much, guys.
So,
Concerned.
with that, Elysian Vagabonds and our bag of beans.
Back of beans.
What
Bless it.
do we want to do, as it is still midday-ish in the mountains, as people are coming in, shopping, getting the materials that they need for the adventure that awaits? trying to banish this beast and get some sort of trophy of its death to reclaim the reward. What do we do, guys?
Well, I've already explained I'm having Oria do a little bit of shopping.
Oh yeah, if you have a player's handbook in front of you, everything here will be sold at base value. So if there's anything that's inside the player's handbook, you can purchase it at that price. If there's anything else that you need that's not in there, let me know.
Okay.
Oria's going shopping. Is anyone else going shopping with them?
I'll go with her.
Oh, cool. So if Ariel's going with Oria, Wes is going to tag along. And he's going to take a minute to speak because I'm going to run and get a player's handbook.
Okay, alright.
Orcdeath is finding a bar.
Is there
Okay.
Is there a Tinkerer's Guild?
Actually, not here. The Jewelers Guild would be here, but not the Tinkerers Guild, unfortunately. Orcdeath, do you want to find the Sea Devil's Tavern is in there? If you want to just go hang out with Jabal and discuss business,
Yes.
that's totally an option. We're gonna say that Mumrock is with you because drinking is a thing that dwarves do. Lass, where would you want to go?
Let's all go shopping.
You do technically have a hostage, or let me rephrase that. I think Orcdeath has a hostage.
I think we have a new friend.
Unwilling companion.
The bean
The
sausage.
beans hostage. Yes. Do you want to tag along with them?
Yes, I will stay with them.
Okay. And Rognarv, what do we want to do?
Yeah, I'll go shopping.
You're gonna go shopping? All right. Brom is obviously
my
tagging
4
along
gold.
with you. I'm going to just roll a random d20. Even we go shopping, odd, we're gonna go to the bar. That is 7, so odd. We're at the bar.
The bar first.
Yes, the bar first. So, as you have a ever so expediently sobering up bard with you guys in the Sea Devil's Tavern, as Elle and Jamal are giving you guys some ale. You see that Jamal has almost as he was waiting for you guys to return back from your mission of gathering components to remove the curse, and he has a display of different ales with a crudely torn sheets of paper and in ink written different names, and they're just kind of there at the table as he's currently attending other customers. So, last Orcdeath, what do you guys do? If you want, Dickie, you can actually turn the webcam towards you so she can see you. Or if you want to stare at me, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
So that you can talk to each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Eye contact is very important in conversation.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Okay. So now we got this fool to got things right with the song and stuff like that.
Drag him out the street, beat him up a bit, drag him
Well,
back
this is
into
the
the bar.
This is the part that you guys currently have.
Okay.
As he has a very nicely ornate rapier that, when you look at it, or that looks like it's never even been pulled.
Ay. We got a newbie with us.
Oh.
I do have to say that my party is probably worried about me. I think thank you for your company. I apologize 100-fold for stealing your song. I'm gonna go now. And he's like really eyeing you, Orcdeath, as he's slowly starting
Is he
to
bound?
in the different direction. Is he bound? Did you guys bound him?
Huh?
Did you guys bound him?
We're about to.
Oh. So if you guys were about to, he's currently like stepping in the opposite, even though it's further away from the exit, but in the opposite direction where you are, trying to like slowly inch.
Okay, so
Away.
I get my axe.
Oh no.
But not, well, and I turn it over and I kind of get the handle and I just slam it on his foot.
Oh, that really hurt. I think it's broken.
Stick it around, lad.
I need to go to the infirmary. I think it's broken. As you're seeing, he's putting a lot of weight on it. I think it's really broken.
I'll break the other one then. That way we got a pair.
Oh, okay. And he kind of just sits down, and you see that he's just like slumping in his chair.
Even it out.
Poor guy.
So what do you guys think?
I mean, I'm always down to drink again.
I'm up for another drink.
Can I have water this time?
Eh. The ale's got water in it.
As
Not wrong.
you see, Elle come with 4 very foamy pints as she puts them down, and kind of like gives you like an acknowledgement. So you can fucking drink some more, and then like taps on the bar like, God, why did she so mean? And as she kind of like walks away, eyeing him for after you guys explain what the situation was. Probably like the 4th or 5th ale that she's just like, here you go. Let me make sure that this keeps happening. So you guys have your frothy ale.
Also, just like a reminder for me, because I've been here the whole time.
Yeah, you've been 100% here.
What city? What is it?
You guys are in the valley of the Mindspin Mountains.
Okay.
Mindspin Mountains.
Yes.
So it is the mountain range where you met Orcdeath and Mumrock, and then eventually met the Vagabonds.
So it's like almost halfway between.
Yeah, it's a really
Bangwood and
yeah.
Corbassa.
Yes. With Wes's expedious travel, Crevasse would be a little bit over a week instead of a month away. But yeah, it's a very good midpoint. At least it's the biggest midpoint with a well-established city that you can buy equipment to your caliber, versus just random little towns and farmlands here and there. So the bard is kind of grabbing his mug and just like ever so tapping. Why don't both of you roll me a perception check?
Perception is 0, so 8.
8. Last, what did you get?
I got a natural 20 plus 11.
Oh my god.
Of course.
As Arthur, you're just glad that he's finally shutting up. And last, you see that every single time he takes a sip, kind of like wipes the froth off of his completely clean baby face, and he's drinking, but the ale's never like going down.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like he's not drinking at all.
Oh.
He just puts it against his lips.
I'm probably sitting next to Orcdeath,
Yeah.
so I just kind of like lean over, just like, I don't think our boys quite get the whole drinking thing. His cup's looking quite full.
Oh yeah, gulp, 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 and that was like 1/4 of the way to. Why is it so thick?
Okay.
Oh.
Let's see if I wanted to do something. I would like to grab him by the collar,
Okay.
slam his face on the table,
You.
and lad, I don't like to drink alone.
Roll me a strength. Are you trying to hurt him?
So evil.
18.
18?
Yes.
Oh, that is a broken nose for sure.
Oh.
God!
Now you look like me.
As a,
Trauma builds character.
you see that the tavern isn't quite full, but you do see a couple of dwarves look at you, and they start like talking among each other. And in dwarves, they start whispering about how they can't keep their liquor. Pathetic small human cannot keep his liquor.
Oh, okay.
In Dwarven.
And dwarven, yeah, and dwarven. As they're all, and you see Jamal kind of like raises his eyebrow and look over you guys. All right. He kind of like turns around, mutters something about business. Maybe he's saying none of my business or whatever, but he muttered the word business in common and like left and went to refill what he needed to refill for the patrons that are there. So what do we want to do?
Okay, lads. Are we going to the swamp or not? I like gems. Speak up, lad. You get a vote. It doesn't count, but you get a vote. Because if I want your opinion, I'll tell you what it'll be.
I vote we go to the swamps. Oh. And you see that he's like he's muttering some words, and then like his fingers go a little bit, and you see that his nose goes, oh god, but it's not straight. Oh.
So you can use that.
Oh, okay, I can breathe now.
Interesting.
Oh. Yay, swamps. He smiles and then kind of like looks over at his broken lute. I love the swamps. So
Well,
much swamps.
Look at this way, lad. Come to the swamps, get paid, get a new loot. I'll break it again. Maybe.
You can just let me go to my adventuring party and I will be out of your hair.
Oh, I should have went to the bar. I would have been so mean. Ending.
Oh no! That would have been the worst for him.
But
I don't know the swamps very well. I do know how to get to the witch's house, but that's about it. We're looking for what's his name? That one, the beast. As then he looks dead at last. I'll be 100% honest. I was only hired to bring morale. I am not really good at fighting.
Well, then, perhaps you could be useful
Okay.
as bait.
Okay. And then you say he willingly takes a huge gulp from the ale now.
Again?
It works every time.
What is his name? Let me. Yeah.
Got on the wrong side.
Oh,
of the wharf.
Omar is his name.
Omar.
Omar the Bard.
That's his name. Oh.
that's a nice name
He
actually.
never really introduced himself. He kind of just took your stuff. As in your intellectual property is what he took.
Yeah.
It's not very nice.
That's very nice at all. Yeah, let's go to the swamps and baits, and I hope this hangover kills me. And he kind of just starts gulping down the ale, and he's like, and he kind of like throws a gold on the table, and he's like, and as Elle comes like, ooh, he's paying now, good. Like, yeah. Drink. Is there anything that you would guys like to do with Omar? Other than just intimidate him and wait for your party?
Well,
Should we ask him about the Lady of String? Like, maybe where she's located?
Do you?
Yeah. I'll just be like, so,
I think we got his attention.
Lady of Strings you mentioned, y'all like meet up regularly? Y'all got like a meeting place?
I heard about her through just, through talk of town. Apparently, if she likes you, she'll give you what you want at the price that she'll recollect later. You know how witches do. Takes another sip of his ale. There's clear stones written in some language I don't know, and that's how you follow her. Apparently, if you're looking for her, just go to the swamps and you'll find her. She makes you find her. I wanted fame, and I got it. I have songs that I've never written in my head. And I also kind of, flirted a little bit and bargained a little bit, and, that whole situation, and got a little bit more than I bargained for. But she did teach me that curse. If I ever found someone displeasing, I can just take away their voice.
Oh, that's handy.
Yes, but I was also told that as soon as I remove it, I'll forget how to do it. So I don't know how to do it now.
I just don't say anything, I just drink. Just staring at him. Like,
But I can take you to her. She's quite lovely for a witch.
actually, that is the most helpful thing you've said all
I would prefer that over being bait of a gigantic monster thing that lives in the swamp. Also where a witch lives.
I think that's a fair transfer or a fair trade. You just take us to the lady that gave you your false fame, and we will just be monster bait.
I really don't want to be monster bait. I don't. As he kind of
I
like
don't know what that either.
grins, scared looking toward Orcdeath.
Give us another option then. How else can we succeed without using you as bait?
Well, takes a gigantic gulp. You can join my adventuring party. And there is a strong full of men there. As Jesus looks over through his pages. There is a good total of 7 men with swords and shields and armor and helmets and giant horses. They're very nice and good people. You can have them travel with you. And they have multiple blades. A blade is better than a singing bard.
How many do you say are in that group?
7 total.
7. So we have to share our rewards with 7 more people.
Well, not if they're the bait, and we can be the monster for you.
Wow. Trade is an adventuring party, that's right.
I like how 3 of us were like,
Now,
As he
I have a
smiles.
small problem with this.
Of course you do.
What is the quality of these people compared to you?
Well, they know how to fight. I do not. I know how to sing. They do not.
They know how to steal because you already know how to do that.
They. I see kind of things. Actually, I don't think they know how to. I think they'll be too loud to steal. They worshipped that the
doesn't have back credit considering how to get a witch's help to steal.
he says absolutely nothing, kind of like swallows his pride. They're holy men, so they follow what's that one guy? The one with the weapons and the Heronius, that's who they follow. They're great knights of Heronius. They will not shut up about it. They could be a good distraction. Steel is heavy and makes a lot of noise.
There we go. 3 stooges in the pit.
But you can roll a religion check if you would like to, if you know what Heronius is, if you care to.
Now, we are in these mountains, correct?
Yes, you are in those mountains.
Why? What's my history?
This would be religion specifically.
Religion. Okay. Well, I mean, I rolled a 19 plus 5, so.
Of course you did.
Of course, like.
Of course you did. So, you know a lot of Heronius. Heronius is the god of valor. He is a lawful good deity. His emblem is a lightning bolt. And essentially your stereotypical paladin fights for all that is good and holy and destroy all evil. He does have a stepbrother by the name of Hector. And Hector is the exact opposite of him.
Wow. Battle, good and evil.
Yes.
So what's the god of valor again? I was gonna write it down. I don't know the name.
I'm sorry?
So what was the god of valor again? I was gonna write down.
Heronius.
Heronius.
Almost like hero. Heronius.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Apparently I read a book or something before.
Yes, they're very proud of that.
So it's just me and her at the table right now?
Mumrock is there too, but he's quietly drinking and almost just being a. Every time you say something, he would probably mimicking his roleplay style, repeat exactly what he said, just in a different way, and agree with you.
Okay. All right.
As he
Shall we?
looks very nervous at the decision you guys are about to make.
Well, I believe we're getting our rest now. Do we need supplies? Let's gather our supplies and let's head to the swamp. Unless somebody has a better idea.
You can be kind and merciful, dwarves and fish folk, and let me go.
Do we need the 7 friends of him? Do we need him?
Yeah, that's true.
As he's like,
Knife.
you're so strong and wise and
I take
cunning.
my axe handle and I put it on his good foot and I'm just slowly grinding it down.
Okay, get the point, get the point, get the point.
We can take Aisling here with us.
Yeah, another nickname.
And then either we can take the other 7 or we can do it upon ourselves. 7 more people means splitting the rewards 7 more ways.
Well, I'm not the smartest person here, but I think some of the smartest people in our group aren't here right now. We should probably consult them first.
All right.
Good idea.
So he kind of like sits back on his chair.
West first. Definitely talk to West first.
West is the smartest.
Let's go. Let's go find West. So we go find West.
As you guys are about to head out through the door,
And I'm helping him since he's limping on one foot.
of course, is his
As I grab his back belt.
you see, like, as you probably need to finish your ale before you head out as proper customs. But before you actually physically leave, you see a man open the door to the establishment. He is wearing full plate, and no inch of his skin is shown at all. He has adorned a long purple cape that looks way too royal to be in these mountains. On him, he has about 20 bolts on his left leg, and on the right one, he has a crossbow. He has a very adorned, with like too fancy of a dagger, a long sword on his back, and a shield on his back. As he has like a way too top of a helm, which is a very small visor. As he comes in and he takes off his helmet, and you see a half elf with the copper skin, green eyes. You see parts of his hair starting to have a little fades of white. Extremely beautiful Fabio wavy hair as he comes in, perfectly like square face. Look, this guy looks like he's never seen battle whatsoever. As he approaches and comes into the establishment, and he's like, "I am looking for my bard, Omar. Has anyone... Thought we lost you, but great Heronius is here to help us and guide us through. Oh, blessed be Heronius. Blessed be the ways of fighting and glory. Oh, I see you've indulged in some alcohol. Bard, we do not pay you for that. We knights do not indulge in drinking. We must be clear-minded of what's happening in front of us."
Trust me, when he was not drunk, he wasn't clear-minded.
As you see that his face is like, I don't know how to take that. A joke! A good joke amongst us warriors, of course. Yes, yes. As he goes in and just invites himself into the table and sits down. A water, please. Please, thank you. And he kind of like looks at his coin purse and like puts a platinum down on the table. Please, please. And we're gonna go to the other group.
Dang.
And I'll lean
God.
over to
It's a good thing
kind
I
of
wasn't
elbow her a
there.
little
That guy's
bit, and I
obnoxious.
said, Asling's got a big brother.
Sounds familiar.
You don't even know. So, going on with our shopping company, are we just doing basic shopping or anything specific that you guys wanted to do?
I'm just tagging
Or it
along.
has
Okay.
something specific
Making sure I got enough supply of money.
Yeah. If anyone's going to spend any coin, we can do it during breaks, so we're not like bombarded by anything that's mundane within the book.
Got it.
Unless there's something specific they want to do in these roleplay. But yes, Wes.
Oria, it's
Oh,
specific.
Oria.
She's looking for angulants. They have to be worth at least 1,000 gold pieces.
Angulants. What is an angulet? My brain is going blank.
They're a type of oil.
Oh, is it for religious ceremony?
It's for just in case someone dies.
Okay, so I'm going to. It's considered for a religious ceremony with a divine spell. You will be able to find that. How much gold did you need of it? 1,000?
1,000.
You're gonna run them pretty dry, but the Church of Morden will gladly sell you some.
Okay, cool. It would just be that, and then it's incense worth 25 gold pieces.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Okay. As you're doing your shopping, add that into your inventory. Mundane shopping.
I want to see if I
Just
can.
shuffling along awkwardly and shamefully.
Oh.
I want to see if I can find a scroll of dispel evil and good.
Ooh. Can you pass me a hand? What level spell is that? 2?
I think it is higher because it's in my class, but I don't have it right now.
Okay.
Let me see. Maybe it's a 3 or 4.
If it is higher than a second level spell, dispel magic.
Spells.
Is it detect good and evil or protect or
Dispel.
protection?
Dispel.
Yeah, the spell
Oh,
evil
it's
and
the-
good is a 5th level abjuration
Fifth level.
spell.
Yeah.
I'm not finding the player's handbook unless I'm just not reading it.
No, it's in the player's handbook. It's right under disintegrate. It's spell compound.
Oh, yeah, it's complete at the bottom where my hand was. Yes. A level 5 spell. Even rarer. Roll me percentile. We'll see.
That's always
Dwarves aren't necessarily
Yeah.
the best at magical things, specifically
73.
73 is a really good chance though.
Massive.
Very nasty.
Where would be my chart that I'm looking for? 73. Yes, we are. Ancient tools where the spells are and the scrolls. Huh. Okay. So the answer would be yes, but how much does it cost?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Scrolls are very odd and specific in pricing. So I will go to my handy dandy maid book because this has maid things.
The DMG book?
The DMG book does not have the specific range of well, it just has a range of how much it would cost.
Yeah, it just kind of has like a...
Since it is a 5th level spell, it is to be considered a rare item. Be 1,680 gold pieces for the spell.
1,800 what?
1,680.
680
That's a lot of gold.
GP.
Mm-hmm. It's a level 5 spell.
Oh shit, I'm so close.
I am holding one whole sapphire. What? Whatever.
And just note, unlike a wizard who can copy the spell, you would just be able to use it one
Yeah.
time and then it'll
Yeah.
go away.
Spell. Evil.
God, some dwarves are just knocking over tables.
Okay, well, I'm going to.
Ariell, did you need money? I still have like 1 platinum piece.
I look at how much I have in gold. That's fine. You can hold on to that.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Wes's
I
math.
don't have that money. So I will not be buying it right now.
Okay.
Hopefully when we come back. But I do want to sell my +1 chain
Ooh, okay. That one
because
They-
I don't need it.
will
Plus one what?
chain that from a long time ago.
Yeah.
Chain
Carrying
ring?
that since
No, chain, like a chain
the
weapon.
water element.
Oh, okay.
The water hag or whatever.
Um,
Since that's it.
due to the magical properties of it, and since it is quote unquote used, according to them, they will offer you 400 for it.
This was wielded by
Exactly.
the servant of a... was it a devil or a demon?
From your current knowledge, it's a fiend. We have not deciphered what it is.
Was wielded by the servant of a fiend, which I killed. Could you possibly do 450?
Excuse me, I killed him.
They don't need to know that.
Roll me a persuasion.
I elbowed West. He's haggling. Don't disturb him.
Dirty cunning.
A fiend, you say? Yeah, I'll fork over another 50. Yeah.
I shake his hand and give him the chain, so it's 450.
Looks at it, studies it. It does smell fiendish. But that's just blood. Oh, gross. Let's wash this first.
I'm gonna look at Ariell. He should have went for 100.
Before I'm done, I just want to buy a loot, so I'll subtract the necessary.
Okay, yeah. But you'll find that in place.
Yeah. And I am done with
Yeah,
that.
well,
Okay.
while Ariel's buying the loot, West is gonna awkwardly tell him about his meditation practice.
Oh. Please do.
So
Okay.
I tried your meditation tips again. I set the room on fire.
Good start.
Well, that's wonderful. that's exactly what Rognarv would say. That's wonderful.
This wasn't a new spell that you picked up along the way, or...
Okay, so here's what happened. I started meditating, and the same vision that I told you about before, where I was floating over an ocean, I saw it again, but a little bit longer this time. And I was floating over the ocean, I had a sword in my hand, and there was this big red blob that was coming at me, and I was scared about it.
The blob would have been
And then-
black, specifically. That's important.
Oh, it's just completely black? I thought it was
Completely black with many, many eyes and many, many teeth.
Yeah, a black blob with many eyes, many teeth, and it freaked me out. And then I started shouting at it, and I will 100% repeat the words to the best of my ability that I heard and now know. And I will say this in the Enochian: I am the violence embedded in flesh. I am hell. Which I don't know if Ariel will understand me, but that's the word I know.
Ariell, you can roll me an intelligence.
He's so excited.
Just straight intelligence?
Just straight intelligence, yeah.
13.
You understood the word hell in Enochian. It's very similar root to celestial.
Okay.
You kind of understand that in the context. Maybe the word and phrasing is not this proper sentence structure that you're used to. So something about hell and being mean or angry.
But I do know this is Enochian.
You do know the language, yes, the sound of the language.
I would also add that you know that, knowing Wes for a while, you know he does not know a lot of languages.
Yeah. My eyes are kind of gonna get big for a second and be like, 1 second. I'm gonna cast tongues.
Okay.
Can you repeat that?
And I will repeat that.
And now you know exactly what he said.
Bro! No. I am... Oh, shit. Let's see. So platinum is 10 gold, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is gonna hurt so much.
You like my platinum piece?
I'm gonna grab West's hand and pull real hard and go back to the person selling the spell scroll.
Okay.
And they said it was 18 or 1680.
Yes.
I have 1,368 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's not enough.
I have 4 gold.
I have a platinum.
I
And a
have-
sapphire. Would you like? I pulled them both out of my pocket. Only one sapphire and one platinum.
How much is a sapphire worth?
This.
I do not recall. I don't think I made note of that.
Brr, keep track of those. For the sake of this, I believe sapphires
Campaign.
are 50 gold.
Okay.
Top. Is it a top 50? I mean,
Like it's
perfect sapphire?
Yeah, for the sake of flair, we
inside of those.
it's just I give you a static number equated to like art pieces or jewelry or etc. Just to not be always the same thing as here you get gold pieces. So how much total do you have if everyone gives you money?
With the platinum, the sapphire were 50, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That comes out to 1,428 gold pieces worth of platinum, gold, and gems.
Ain't gonna be enough.
And you're sure I don't see many other people needing this spell?
I say you needing it.
And if I can't afford it, then you're not going to sell it.
That's true.
Oria's just kind of like watching this exchange, like, what are you planning? No. Oh, he just.
Just kind of go like, back to the person like, crap, I just did that.
You never tell your mom to shut up. That's like the worst thing you can do.
What can you do for me? That makes up the rest of the. Let's just call it 250 gold. Anything you can trade?
I have 10 soaps.
He looks at you, looks at his dirty, dirty hands. Alright, that's a deal.
I fork over all my money and the 10 soaps. Though sadly, hand him the 10 soaps. Mind you.
As he looks, I only did it because I know it's gonna hurt you. He gives you a scroll.
What?
He only did it because he knew it was gonna hurt him.
Oh,
Thanks.
Yeah.
nice. I respect that.
And I'm going to leave kind of like, I don't want to look at the guy's face anymore. I'm sad now. And poor.
Yeah.
And I will...
But you have the Dispel Good and Evil scroll on you.
Okay, good.
Soapy's
Question. I'm going to ask
got
Wes.
much money.
No.
Do you understand the meaning to those words that you just spoke to me?
Do I?
Which you do, yes.
I do.
West, how much detail did you explain on the vision? What you literally verbatimly said, or did you go into more detail?
I'm going, because West is very eloquent in his words.
Of course.
We're going to go based off of West's memory.
Okay.
And being floating over the ocean, holding the sword, angry words were spoken, said angry words, and there was a big black blob in the distance that had eyes and teeth, and that was, like, I was scared of it.
Ariell, roll me an intelligence check with an advantage.
Ooh. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see if I can get a nat 20. Nope, okay. That's going to be a dirty 20.
Oh, that's actually better than I did think you were going to do. Which is good, because then you'll get the information.
Yes.
You did recall reading something along these lines in the Temple of Knowledge before you enter the Drow City. One of the Book of the Nine Hells explained the individual who killed the 10th leader and making it 9 virgins say that it once stood in front of not a but the ocean, the one and only ocean, as it faced a beast, and they could hear trumpets sounding.
I don't know how to respond to that.
You got a weird look on your face. What's wrong?
Well,
Is it the soaps? I can go get you more soaps.
that no.
Sorry, you just your soaps.
No, it's not about the
I
soaps.
think it's the soap.
I think we need to find out who this exactly is.
trying to do, and I talked to El and I talked to Jamal. Apparently, they knew him, and the consensus is he's a son of a bitch. And he worked for pirate crew. He was the captain of the Sea Devil, and then he worked for like the Black Feather crew, I think is what they were called. And Jamal directed me to an island that's like out past Corvassa.
I
Forgot the name of that island.
hope that this has nothing to do with Dis.
With the amount of time I've spent
But-
with them,
Dis is, I mean,
He's in your head, but I am hoping that these visions are not related to his personal experiences. Do you remember when we went into the Temple of Knowledge in the Underdark?
I remember my stay was not very long. I don't think they liked me.
I read 3 books. One of them discussing the 9 hells. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, did last Oria extend in here? Well, one of the few times I talked to him, I asked him where he'd been, and he said hell. So,
Well, in the book, the 9th killed the 10th and became the 9th.
I'm not very good at
They
that. You might
had-
have to walk me through that.
One of the Lords of Hell.
Okay.
In the book, they had experienced something that is exactly like the vision you just described to me. It's as if you're seeing through the eyes of that Lord of Hell.
Huh. I mean, he's a pirate captain, not a Lord of Hell. I don't know. I mean, I
Exactly.
don't know him.
Why I'm concerned.
But aren't devils usually in hell?
Yes, but it takes a special one to become a lord.
But why did he leave?
We need to fix this as quickly as we can and end your connection. Which is why I'm hoping this spell will help. You see,
Or is it gonna like pipe in like, or is it gonna reverse? Reverse. Wes, you're alive now because of that. Yeah, I guess. And then she's gonna look over at Ariell. And if you use that spell, what if it has the opposite effect? Hell Daddy's looking after you, Bam. You know, slight repulsion in the back of my head.
I don't think that should be something we're concerned about. I think that what's happening to Wes is only going to get worse.
I mean, how worse could it get? And my life hasn't exactly been comfortable.
Well, just think in the last couple months, you went from only hearing Dis in your head to seeing Dis, to seeing visions of one of the Lords of Hell, to lighting rooms on fire.
Well, I mean, in the Underdark, I don't know. I don't understand anything that's happening, and then again, I never really understood a lot of things that happened in my life. And
So what do we want to do? Do we want to try the spell, here, or do we want to wait until we get to the island to learn more about Dis before using the scroll?
Okay, question for the DM. Would I have with what's going on with West? Would there be any similarities to things that he's witnessed with Mags, the warlock that raised him?
Yeah. I would say that yes, but this time you're not a bystander in it. It feels like you would be in Mags' shoes.
Okay.
But this one has more rules.
Right. I mean, shit. I knew someone who, I guess she had something similar, and I don't know where she is, or if she's around anymore. She was the woman who raised me. She wasn't the best. She was, I mean, I guess it's okay for if that's all you got, and that's what you work with. I don't know, I guess she like talked in her sleep and shit and did a lot of weird stuff that now is starting to make sense to me now that I'm experiencing this. And I guess for a moment, I think Blue brought her back, but I don't know if that means she's around anymore. And I feel like she would be the one that would know what's going on. This is weird.
Where would she go if she were back?
The only thing I could think of is my old home, but that's gone. That's been gone.
And has
A long
West
time.
ever told Ariell where your old home was?
Nope.
Okay.
He never really told anyone. First time I hear this.
Then where is your old home?
If I look at the map, it's up in the mountains. Where's that point? It had a very specific pinpoint. So I know if we go north towards Whitestone or the swampish area, it'd be around there?
You would have to pass the Stormlord territory, but it would be on those mountains.
Yeah. It's near Stormlord territory, and
Near
I don't
where?
really like that.
In the
Storm-
vision of
Stormlord
that
territory.
map, it's a little bit bigger than what it's on there. It's a larger scope.
Okay.
But you have to pass those mountains, and I believe it's to the left, because this map also doesn't have that image that I need. But it's north of those mountains.
That the swamp.
Yeah, it is this one.
Well, if you want, we can hang on to the spell scroll for now until we can find more answers. It's up to you. But if things get too much worse, out of your control, I will use the scroll if need be.
I mean, if I wouldn't hold it against you. I don't know how things are going. I wanted this just to help people and to help my friends, but if whatever I do starts to hurt you, please do whatever it takes to stop me. Oria does not like this. The dragon agent Oria does not agree with this.
Rognarv looking at his axe was like, I don't think I can stop you.
I know, you're so much smaller than me. It's okay. I think Brom could.
Brom probably can.
Well,
I don't think he will.
She's
I don't
pretty
think
tough.
she
I like
will.
her.
with that being said, should we regroup with the rest if everyone's done shopping and go try to take care of this bounty?
Alright, well, yeah, let's do that. I'd like to
I'll
hit
put the
some
scroll
things now.
spell in my bag of holding.
Okay.
And then I guess move along.
All right.
No,
As
I will
yeah.
not Brom in let's go.
I'm your scorpion.
Give me up.
As you guys are traveling back to the Sea Devil Tavern that's within these mountains, you're going to notice an odd thing. On either side of the door, against the outer walls, before you go inside, you will see 3 men to the right and 3 men to the left, adorned in full plate armor, with shields, swords, crossbows, identical armor, identical sword, identical shields, identical crossbows.
Do I notice who they are? What they are?
No,
what do they-
actually, yeah, they would definitely have a. I'm sorry.
What does their armor look like?
It
I guess
is.
that's what you're
Yeah.
trying to
So
say.
it's full plate armor. It looks perfectly clean. And they all will have a necklace dangling with a thunderbolt emblem of Heronius. They.
Oh my god.
Looks like our order of bait has shown up.
As you guys see them as you're about to enter the tavern.
Like they didn't
The
stop us or
vagabonds
anything?
outside the tavern, what do you guys do before we enter the tavern?
Like did they try to stop us or anything?
No, not one bit. They're just outside.
And
standing.
Omar's with us, right? We're
Omar is with you. Yeah, Omar and J House,
Inside?
their leader,
Inside
is
the
with you.
tavern?
Yeah.
I'm not really gonna do anything. I'm just gonna
Yes,
kind of
sir.
look at them.
As
I mean,
they-
Wes will just go right in.
they
And
don't
when he goes
mind
in,
you-
He's not looking in. He's not going to look at Dell or Jamal. Just
Or
James.
I will actually because as a dwarf,
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna look at eye on them. I like on each, not really each, but
Mhm.
the first person that was here,
Sure.
the first person that's on the left side. Have those armors seen battle?
Is-
Not a scratch on them.
As one kind of looks towards you, like towards the back. That's because we know how to fight. Kind of leans back into formation.
Sure. You know, with as sarcastic as I can be and just walking.
Yeah, they have like not just full plate armor, but like masterwork full plate armor. Like
Okay.
a penny was put into making sure that it's identical, like very pristine. It has a relief on it and carvings of the thunderbolts. It's each glove is like it's seamlessly through the gauntlet that it's on them. Their boots have perfectly plates that like move to every single movement of their body. It doesn't look like it's constricting. It looks really, really well made. As you guys come in and see your friends with a man with a similar armor, but with his helmet off, and the half elf that we described earlier, and Omar, the bard that was being a jerkface.
Poor dude. I feel
Yeah.
bad.
As for probably the past 10 minutes, even if he spoke, he would not stop talking about Heronius, the
Who is-
great advent Heronius.
No,
House
that
of
guy.
it, yes.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah. Heronius, the great glory and honor of adventuring and killing monsters, the truth of all that is good and vanquishing evil. Every so on, a like non-sarcastic, him not understanding that that's kind of offensive, dude. Like, oh, drinking is immoral. Oh, you have your hair tied in that way. That's not good for battle. That's also immoral. Like, just simple little things that it's just like, you're not even noticing what you're saying. You're just talking out of your ass. As he notices you guys come in. Do you guys approach the table?
Yeah.
You need a couple more chairs. As you start grabbing them and putting them. He looks, more adventurous, great be Heronius. As I was telling your friends, and this is for like the past 10 minutes, he just did not stop talking. As I was telling your friends about our grand trainer and master, Sir Kevin, we call him K for short, because he wants to be young like us. But Sir K of the Realist. He is a great and honorable fighter. It's such a glory to be trained by such a great
You
swordsman.
know what these guys remind me of? You ever see the movie Sandlot? The kids with the
Oh,
baseball
God.
uniform.
And like
These are the kids in the baseball uniform.
as you guys gather in, you I'm sure that Mumrock, Orcdeath, and Laz have been having their own conversations. That did not stop him from speaking, even though you guys were completely oblivious to him and ignore him throughout the entire time. As you see Omar the Bard just like, that's my adventuring party. That's who's paying me. As you guys sit down, and actually he would look at you. You seem like a very trustworthy man. I don't know why. It's something about your face that I like. And please sit by me as we talk about Herodias.
Very well.
Watch
And
his
I'll
hands
take a
slide.
seat next to him.
Yeah. As you've seen the same general appeal towards more clergymen. So like there is something about his status in clergy that makes him appeal to you in an odd way that you've had in many temples. Just a general glow about you that he likes. Other than being obnoxious, that's probably the only thing you notice. But yes, please tell me of your adventure. What was the last great battle that you had?
I will wipe.
You will wipe?
I will wipe Brom first
Okay.
because I take care of her,
Yeah, of course.
and
of course.
then sit down.
Okay. I'm just gonna say that you guys are all together.
Mm.
You guys seem like a great as he kind of looks at Wes, dirty adventuring group, and looks at Oria, and then looks back at Laz. Very well adventure group.
Last
I hear that.
big fight, you say?
Yes. What was the last big fight that you had?
One down the bottom.
I'd say the biggest would be shortly before we met these lot, and I just kind of motioned to the dwarves. We traveled into the Underdark.
Oh yes, great beast in there.
We killed.
We fought a basilisk one time. As he interrupts you with his. It was and then before he starts talking, he just starts explaining how his team and him as their leader conquered this great basilisk.
That's quite intriguing. Have you ever killed the head woman for the drow?
Oh, I've never encountered a drow. Not to the likes of me. Not honorable fighters. Like,
Hey, I have a question for you.
of course, is it about Herodias?
How are you able to suck your own dick in all that armor?
Oh my
As he
Ariell
looks
just like dead man.
at West.
You just beat Oria in the back.
Well,
I'm clapping. Like,
Language.
as he then looks towards Ariel, sometimes men like to boost their own ego because they don't know how to wield a blade.
You do know there's words coming out of your mouth, right?
I'm gonna be like,
oh, those are words.
what do I smell? I smell like shit.
I
There's a lot of
apologize.
shit stuff coming out of your butt.
As he looks at you.
Ale, please.
What? Wait. What? Nick, what did you say?
That's when Rognarv said that, I'm sliding him a crisp high five.
As he looks at you, I guess civility is not amongst you.
No, I
Omar,
apologize for the
let's
lack
go.
of decorum.
You've indulged them enough with your great and wonderful songs, as we must make our go. For we have a great beast to fight and kill, in the honor and glory of Herodias. Please sing that one song about the witches or the hag things. Yes, please. One more time. I love that song. As he
I'm going to stand up as he says this. I'm going to pull out the new loot that I bought.
Mhm.
I'm just going to hand it to him and I say, sing that song again. And I can't promise this one won't be broken as well.
I seem to have forgotten the lyrics of that one. How about a great one of Herodias that I'm totally going to make up right now? I was like, yes, perfect. And he kind of like pushes him forward. Of course. Fair ladies and mans, may the best win on this adventure. As he kind of goes and starts shaking everyone's hand. If you accept the shake.
I will.
If he don't, he just moves on to the
No,
next person.
when he does that, I go.
Grip his hand.
Okay. What did you say? What did Wes do?
Oh, if he's gonna shake Wes's hand, Wes is gonna like accept the handshake, and he's gonna try to like do that death grip.
How tall is he?
He stands at 5'10". So he's not
Okay.
terribly tall.
No.
Wes, roll me strength.
Okay,
Come on, come on.
come on.
As
They're
the-
getting hit with that weather right now. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah. Oh, just so if you guys are watching, we are there is a storm coming by, so if we lose power or anything, or like anything happens in the 8th there, just please bear with us. What did you get total?
11.
11.
What?
If you want to see. So 23. As you do, and maybe it's the steel around his gauntlet that doesn't like allow you to do it, and then like, oh, of course, and then he like squeezes. You can see that his eye, and it actually hurts a lot. Like, yes, a man of strength. I've met many, not as strong as Heronius though. And then goes and instead of exchanging a handshake towards you, Oria, he does a very nice bow, completely exposing himself to like anything as close as his eyes in total. Same thing to you last, and then Ariell, he gives you a handshake. He tries to give Mumrock a handshake, and he's walking out the door. Unless you guys want to do anything about it.
Oh, you didn't shake my hand?
Oh yeah, because I was going this way. Then
He
wrong.
grabs it, pulls him toward, and headbutts him in the chin.
Roll me strength.
Oh
Let's see what happens.
15 plus strength, 18.
17.
no! Oh,
So
no.
as you do, and just the chair that's there, just that 1 second of off balance and headbutt. I have to watch out for this one. as he kind of looks, you gotta watch out for that one. That was a heavy piece of steel that he had on. Like that's well made. But as one of the adventuring parties, as he told you several times, and unfortunately it might not leave your memory, at least for Orcdeath and Laz. They're the Holy Order of Heronius. That is their clan. As information and gathered throughout the establishment, you guys are gonna go grab equipment and stuff. When are you planning on leaving?
I guess before dark, right? You want to get there today, or do you want to stay the night again, and then we leave in the morning?
Now, how close are we compared to that in the map?
Someone roll me survival. Will be using the map as their assist.
Nope.
Yes, so roll me survival. Whoever wants to do the same.
Oh,
Okay.
Wes got it.
What is survival?
Survival will be a wisdom-based ability, I believe.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, survival is wisdom.
Oh, I should have rolled more.
Based.
Damn.
What did you get?
That's a 9. I'm gonna stop rolling tonight,
I
guys.
rolled too many. I should have won.
Wes, when you look at it, based on the mountains and how
Oh, if it's a map, then I don't fucking know shit.
you're thinking, maybe a week.
Yes. I don't know. Give
Where
or
are
take,
we? What town are we in?
You guys would be at this valley right here.
Right in there?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going?
There.
Okay.
Ariell will just ask everyone,
That's not
do
close.
y'all have enough food
Can I
to
look
last
at them?
yourselves for the
Sure.
trip there and back?
Are
Do you
we,
want me to roll
are
too?
we 2 weeks?
If I will allow one other person
Say
to
2
roll
weeks.
survival, but just
A
one more
week
person.
there and a week back.
If anyone catches something, I'll cook it for him.
Yeah, I think Mumrock has like 21 days worth of food per person.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Yeah,
more
because
food.
he went hunting for a couple of days.
Ariell.
So
21.
much salted meat, guys.
Then I say that we leave today.
With
Let's go.
What time is it? What time of day is
I would
it?
say that after all these adventures, it's probably like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Yeah.
And
So
how
plenty
much
of
daylight we-
light.
How much daylight we got?
At least until from the mountain range, knowing how that works. As soon as it gets to 7, you'll start losing light. By 8,
We got
pitch
at
black.
least 5 hours.
When you look at the map, he's pretty close. It looks a lot longer, but maybe Wes's unnatural guidance throughout the wilderness, it would speed it up. But maybe a little bit over a week, but a week wasn't far off.
Okay.
And with that, we'll write down the materials that we need and buy things off camera. Before you leave, Ariell, you will be stopped by the Duke, and we'll get to that when we come back. But that is where we're gonna leave off. We'll be back in 15 minutes, y'all. So see you guys in 15. Hey, yo, Vic, I've got the new script you sent us for the next episode. So we have new players? Who's Grayson? You know who that is?
Yeah, I'm reading that too. What's this? Torival?
So we have new players?
New players?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, dude. So it also says that the schedule's changed. We're playing on Mondays now?
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, what happened to Tuesday?
That'll team out Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Okay.
And just one last little thing.
And it's online now?
Yeah, that. So we're not playing in the studio anymore. It's all online.
Uh-huh.
All right, man. That fucking works for me. All right. Cool. See you later. Bye. Hi guys, and we all back. So, oh my god, the door, nobody can see.
I got it.
Nobody can see. That's true, nobody can see the door.
But it will make sound if my dog decides to do anything. Like, look.
Like Lou.
So, changing a little bit, and I should probably have this already explained. But as you guys are about to head out, leaving seeing the outwards of the lights from the side as you guys are exiting the mountain, Ariell, along with the rest of the party, but you guys are stopped by the Duke of the Mountains, Coleton. As he goes over to you guys, and first he thanks you for everything you've done, and congratulates the ruler of the mountain, and the neighboring mountain region. Lads and ladies, thanks very much for everything that you've done. Nothing that the Vagabonds have done has not gone unnoticed. Freeing us from enslavement and essentially rebuilding everything that we have now. It is much, much appreciated. And as you hear like very heartfelt, almost like as he needs to stop himself a little bit here and there. But I want to tell you that beyond all things, I want this beast dead. I don't care what axe or hammer has to kill it. As he's kind of eyeing the dwarves, and then kind of makes like a little cheeky remark towards like you guys, as he's made the best axe instead of like sword or whatever. But a bit of a heads up. Does any of you know what the if you know the Eric Stone? That's a good indication of safe travel. It would save you a couple of days. It was a stone that we put here many, many kings ago to help us defeat the orcs and send them off our lands. But just a heads up, might save you a couple of days, because the first we kill, that's the one that will reap the reward.
Would stone cutting have anything to do
Yep,
with it?
you can roll for stone cutting. Yeah.
So that would be...
Your proficiency will be doubled. So whatever your intelligence
proficiency
is.
plus 8.
Yes.
Plus 4 plus 8.
8 and then your intelligence. So whatever you roll, 8 plus your intelligence modifier.
Modifier for intelligence minus 1.
So it's 20 plus 7.
14.
14. You would know that the Eric Stone essentially is a type of sandstone that is not native of these regions, especially with the lakes and the swamps. It's more drier climate. And it usually has this erosion around it by the winds that kind of looks like slashing marks on it. So like it's not native of these mountains at all. So it should be pretty easy to find it. Yeah. I mean, it's stone against stone, so not many would know the difference. The barbaric tribe already left, but a little bit of a heads up on who they're challenging. We have the Stone Company over there, as he points to a group of 9 individuals, 6 dwarves and 3 gnomes. And you see that they're currently getting on their war goats. Then there's the Stone Brothers over there, or the Sons of Stone, can't remember. And when you look at them, there are it's a group of 8 dwarves, but some are female, so Sons is a weird name for them. Then we have the elves over there, Standing Wind or something, whatever they call. And you see about 4 wizards, very nicely dressed, traveling extremely light for this mission. The Pathfinders, of course, are everywhere. And then you've met the Loud Men over there, as he's pointing to the Heronius Paladins. But
charismatic.
Loud.
Yeah, very loud. Just wanted you guys to be caught up. Maybe a little bit of extra hand there. And then he just starts walking back. As you see that, he quickly grabs a little flask and takes a swig of something, puts it back into his coat pocket. So, Vagabonds. With materials gathered and everything acquired, do we head on into the mountain path?
Sure.
Yes.
All right.
I will connect my little cart.
Okay, as we are going, you do note one thing, West and Rognarv, that the trail that is like the roadside tends to be literally going all the way around and then up to the mountain instead of just crossing right through the mountainside. So that's a thing to note. If you are taking your horses in the cart and the wagons, there is a safe road, but it looks very, very long. So, with that in mind, how do we travel?
Alright,
We
do we
have
want to be safe or do we want to be quick?
we have that big cart. Maybe the safe path is better.
What is everybody else taking?
So the elves actually have riding deer. The Company of Stone, they have war goats. The other dwarves are walking. And the Holy Order of Heronias has war horses.
So we don't. Can we tell which path they're taking?
At the moment, some haven't left and some look like they're starting on the main road.
Okay, so we're first ones out.
Technically, a barbaric tribe left the night before. So if you guys travel now, you technically would be considered second if you leaving. Although the
I'm just
the
not
mountain
just
goats look pretty
generalizing here. I don't know if all barbarians have the same mindset as me, but I sure as shit would take the fast road.
No, I agree.
I mean, I technically have no horses till we decide to go the fast road.
Look,
Yeah, but Chris
Bron can travel to the fast road, but I don't know about the big horse. As I pointed to Couscous. To Couscous in the big
I
cart.
forgot I had a conversation with
Oh yeah,
and Ronnie has
Senvin has a horse too.
Horsey and Couscous not fair like they can travel through mountains. Also the cart definitely can't, nor can the wagon.
Yeah, we can leave the wagon and the cart back here.
Go over the mountain.
Take the horses.
Gotta ride something.
steals from our card.
Huh?
What if someone steals from our card if we just leave it here?
I say we
We're
lock it.
marking it to Sea Devil.
Yeah,
Leave it
lock
here.
it up and
Pretty sure
have them
Elle
watch
would
it.
straight up scalp someone. She's scary.
Yeah, we can pay them to watch it for us.
Let's ask.
I mean, not like I have anything else to steal besides my pride, but
If you
I
do,
carry most of my stuff.
How's that journey going for you, lads?
it's going pretty good. I've only had to murder one bard.
for the sake of expediency, you can leave your cart and horses to be attended at the Sea Devils for a cost of a silver a day. You
That-
pay when you come back.
Perfect.
That's fine. We can build Chad.
So are we leaving? So are we leaving the horses too?
I don't want anything to happen to Couscous. Same. If anything happens to Couscous,
Who am I gonna talk to?
We're gonna ride something, right?
Are you guys gonna ride anything,
I'm riding Brom.
or are you guys traveling by foot?
Looks like we're by foot unless we got Magic Carper.
I mean, I got a door, but I gotta be there once.
Like if we're riding, it's only two horses. I don't know if Senvin will share his horse.
so
You
Ben
guys
isn't
can-
here to have an opinion.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I was like, I don't know if
Do we want to buy some mules for the trip?
dude, I want a war
That's
goat.
fun.
Can I please get a war goat?
Donkey or mule is 8 gold pieces typically.
Oh yeah.
War goat.
And
war goat.
we will have a war goat for you, but that's gonna be a hefty price. They're about 300 gold.
Can I,
Wait.
I was like, can I use talk to animals and use persuasion to persuade a war goat to just hang out with us?
So you probably can, but not the owner who's selling it. He won't.
So is that something we'd like to do to see about getting some mounts?
Hello? What's wrong?
Guard your animals.
Oh my god, apparently it's Druid, guys.
What?
Is it just one animal?
Riding horses are
Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
What?
that works.
Perfect.
What? Then we leave
That'll save us
Couscous
some money.
and Horsey.
All right, conjuring up 8 horses.
I can conjure up to 8.
Okay.
Awesome.
We don't need 8.
No, you
She's
don't.
riding Braun.
Or
6.
4.
Yeah, you would need 6 horses. Do you want to do that?
6? Yeah,
How
sure.
fast are horses?
Horses cut the travel speed up to about, I think, 25 miles in a day, or 40
No,
miles a
how
day.
fast?
Like 40 land speed, but with you guys. No, yeah, about 40 land speed with you guys.
Okay, then I can totally ride Brom because Brom is a 40 land speed.
Nice.
Nice. And riding horses speed are 60 feet.
Oh, 60.
Oh, well,
So,
I'm
okay,
slower.
yeah, if you guys are doing riding horses, alright. Yeah. Riding horses are the more delicate of the kind. Like Couscous would be a war horse.
Yeah.
They're more battle ready. These guys are specifically for travel. Which might be exactly what you want. Okay, with that, we'll definitely be cutting the speed of your trip. By the time you guys acquire, putting this the carts to the Sea Devils and everything, you see that some of the dwarven parties are already leaving.
Yeah.
The elves are definitely taking their sweet time before they head out. But
Of course.
on the next couple of days of travel, the mountains are filled with a bunch of greenery. Just tall grass and weeds throughout. Trees unevenly scattered. You see clear skies for the first couple of days, barely even a cloud. Quite cool though through the mountain.
What direction are we going? North?
You go north, yes.
Northeast? North?
Well, it depends on where you guys are gonna go. I'm assuming you guys are taking the shortest path,
Straight
right?
lines.
So the straight line would be north.
Or northeast.
Yeah. Yes, northeast.
So all we gotta do is cross over one set of mountains,
Did we find the stone thing? Is that what the straight path is?
2 rivers, and that's it.
Wait, do we have the horses already?
I assume so.
Nice.
How long is it? How long does your spell last, Oria?
An hour.
Okay, so you have an hour for your horses. Which
Dang.
is that what the final say was? Or are you guys gonna buy horses?
Yeah.
Or donkeys?
Did you like expend spell slots? Well, like, you still have a limit.
She's gonna be using a lot of spells to keep up the
Not a lot
horse.
of spell slots.
It's. Do we want to buy donkeys then?
I
To
want a
get us
donkey.
I want a donkey.
Alright, I guess that's the consensus.
Donkey.
So I had to
How
drag
much are
the donkey
horses?
behind the horses for
Horses
an hour
are
and then
more.
get on the donkeys.
Yeah.
So if you guys are going to buy mules and donkeys,
And
cough
the-
up your 8 gold.
Attach one to each horse, and then when horses disappear, we get on the donkeys and we ride donkeys.
Sure.
I have a diamond worth 100 gold, so I'll sell that and then use the gold to.
Okay. All right, and just keep track of the extra gold that.
Did you just buy a pack of gum to make change out of 100?
Yes.
Essentially. Yes.
He used.
Orion's gonna look at you
He
and
bought-
give the guy and like stop you and give the guy a gold, like the gold.
Well, it's 8 gold per donkey.
And hold,
It's 8 gold per donkey.
8 gold
Donkey!
per donkey.
And that's 6 donkeys.
So it'd be 48 gold. So
Yeah.
technically, I mean, giving 100 gold worth of a jewel.
Get 52 back.
Yeah. So it's not terrible.
I'll just
But-
let Ori buy it, and I'll
Yeah.
sell the diamond later to someone else.
Whoever wants to purchase
Diamond
it.
components are diamond components. We're not wasting diamond components. Or he doesn't want to waste diamond components.
Okay.
No.
I'll hold on to
I
it.
renamed my donkey, just so y'all know.
What's his name?
I renamed my donkey.
Oh shit! I forgot we have a lot of stuff in the party fund.
If you want, you can use 48 gold from the party fund to supply all the meals.
Do we want to do that? Just use the party fund for the mules, so everyone can keep what gold.
Oh,
they
if
have?
you're using the party fund, I want a donkey. So that Brom doesn't have to.
So minus 48
Carry.
gold.
Braun doesn't get tired though.
No, Bronze
So
is not
that,
tired.
so that he doesn't have to carry the
Minus 48.
cart.
Sorry about this episode is we're buying donkeys.
That's
So,
true, Brom
with
doesn't get
donkeys purchased,
tired. Doesn't need to eat.
So we have
And-
11,512 gold now.
Wait, how much?
Oh my god.
11,000. I forgot we had that.
with donkeys purchased, moving along
You should
through
Finally.
clear skies and a nice mountain path with nice shading. The first 4 days go without any trouble. On the night of on the morning of the 4th day, you do see very far ahead, like using the mountains as their guide, the mountain goats traveling extremely fast.
The what?
The dwarves with the mountain goats.
Oh, okay.
The war goats specifically. On the night of your 4th day, as you guys are taking watch, I just need one of you guys to roll me a d8. Just for the random who is
Everyone?
taking watch that night. A person, the first to roll me a d8 and gives me a number that's
8.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. West, that'd be you. On a random little encounter on the did we lose them?
She did something.
Are you still there? Okay. For some reason we lost a picture of you. But that's okay, I guess. On the 4th night, as you guys are all there we go. As you guys are all falling asleep, Wes, you're giving watch. You do see an elf, very finely dressed elven girl, start to approach you, and behind you see a coyote. Like moving as she moves, just moving ever so closely to you.
Okay. I'm going to. Yes.
I'm going to yes.
I'm going to nudge Ariell. What?
What?
It's weird. There's an elven girl over there, and it's weird.
And then she looks at you.
Girls.
The elf? does?
Yeah.
I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk over to her. How far away is she?
Maybe like 30 or 40 feet,
Okay.
but she's making a beeline towards your camp.
Okay, I'll meet her halfway.
Okay. Hi. I didn't want to wake anybody. I just wanted to see if it was okay for us to pass through.
Ah, you're the elven adventuring
Yes,
party?
yes. And she kind of, listen, and you see the coyote start running around her and kind of like gets in a weird position on her shoulder. Yeah, I just didn't want to think that, I didn't want you to shoot my familiar or anything. We just wanted to see if we can pass through. If it was okay with you guys. If
Yeah,
not,
I'll just
we
look
can,
back at West.
we can take a different route, but it's just, you guys are definitely traveling the fastest route. And
I don't see any harm in letting them pass. If we are going to be camping here.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And then you see that she turns around in Elvish and starts speaking words. If anyone knows Elvish.
Know it!
She's pretty much said they said it's okay. And you see 3 elven men pass by, 2 with bows, non-drawn or strung, but still walking, and 1 with robes as he's kind of just walking. The one with the robe thanks both you and Wes and passes on
In
through.
Elvish, I'm just going to say, may the light of Taylor grace your journey.
As he turns around. Thank you. And the little girl's, well, not little girl, but the short in stature. Do you guys want some bread or something? As a thank you? I put too much cinnamon in mine and I didn't like it. It kind of like tipped over when I was cooking it a couple days ago.
Honestly?
Technically, yes.
I don't need food.
Oh,
I'm sure he might like some, and I just motioned to West.
Yeah. I'll take some.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And she gives you 3 pieces of elven bread.
Yummy.
That apparently are extra cinnamon. Okay. Thank you guys. Hopefully you don't get hurt or anything in the mission, and but we also hope to kill the beast. But if not, then I hope you guys kill him. Okay. Bye. And you see, she like steps over. So Wes, technically you have that in your inventory if you care.
And I'm going to eat one. I'm going to feel sad, and I'm going to drink from my flask.
As you eat the elvish bread, about halfway through, you feel extremely full. Like very, very full.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Alright, 2.5.
So
You lost the camera again.
it's fine. We'll try to fix it. On the morning of the next day,
Mm-hmm.
you are all woken up by an echoish roar throughout the valley and the mountainside.
no.
Probably this will be the day that you're starting to go into the riverside and start following the river path. But that night you definitely heard a lot. That morning you heard a lot of roaring.
Would we be able to recognize the nature of it?
Yeah, it's like what kind of roar?
I mean,
What kind of beast it could be?
sure. Roll me,
Yeah.
roll me a nature.
Who? Everyone?
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess the way
sure.
it sounds like something we've encountered before.
19.
As the roars you're hearing would be those type of roars. 19? Okay. Wes, what did you get?
Wes got a. Where's my nature? Nature. 6.
Okay. Fortunately, Wes does not recognize it.
15.
15, okay.
That sounds loud.
Orcdeath and Rognarv definitely have heard these roars before, and the only thing that has a lung capacity for them would be something probably as big as a dragon.
Like what? Dragon. Like how big dragon?
A big dragon. If it's
Not-
making
not
this
a big
much
dragon.
noise, it's a big dragon.
Does it have 5 heads on it?
Not
Wrong game?
Not wrong. But that was very early within the morning.
That's when we heard it?
Yes, that
Okay.
immediately woke everybody up.
Okay.
I say we need to wake up and we need to move along quickly.
Agreed.
How many roars do we hear? Just one or like
You heard a
multiple ones?
couple of roars and then complete silence.
Okay.
Like 3, I would say.
Like rah 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 kind of
Well,
that, or
you
like,
know, perhaps that group of barbarians just met the dragon. Either the dragon is eating them, or they killed the dragon.
well, it's complete silence. Maybe they have killed the dragon.
Or maybe the dragon can't roar while it's
Oh.
eating.
That's true. We need to hurry. Either way, we need to hurry.
As you guys proceed throughout the 4th day going on to the 5th day, the path throughout the river looks pretty uneventful. The most exciting thing that you guys have seen will probably be a bobcat who just killed a hare and just ran as it saw you guys. On the 5th day, you also hear roars throughout the day.
Same one.
Same exact roars. A couple of hours pass by, and the closer you get, the louder these roars sound.
So much for the barbarians.
I need you guys to roll me a perception as we are entering the 5th day and starting to go into the marsh area.
Perception. I
Okay.
have advantage.
Yeah,
Blah. Not 20.
that's 20. That's a pretty good,
Here, how about that?
it's really good.
Do you want my pluses too?
Yeah,
26
yeah.
total.
27? That's
6 total.
26, okay. Orcdeath, what do we get?
13.
13. Ariell?
24.
Okay. Laz, you are dancing with joy. What did you get?
I got a 28.
Of course. Fuck y'all's perceptions.
I only have a
Oria
6.
and Wes, what do we get?
I got a 15.
Okay.
I got a 4.
All right. As we're entering the marsh areas, definitely a buttload of bugs. The mud that is tracking you guys' foot, the thickness of some of the low grass areas is definitely concerned, slowing you guys down, but not enough to really impede your expedition. One of the things you do.
As we were going through Oria,
Yes.
oh sorry, as we were going through, we're getting in just to the beginning of the marshes. Oria is going to cast without trying to party.
Okay.
Good
right.
idea.
With that, I will ask you guys to roll for stealth in a minute. But Laz, Ariell, and oh fuck no, you guys got 20 plus, right?
I have not 20, 26 total.
Okay. So you notice different things, but you guys would notice everything because you guys got above 20. Because you got a 13, correct? And then 15, and then a 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so last Ariell and Rog, you guys see everything. About maybe 1,000 feet or so into the marsh, maybe traveling to, by nightfall you would get there. You do see a very thick but low as the fog throughout the day. The fog will start going further down, but a thick green mist that just keeps getting closer and closer into the waters before it goes away as you guys are walking. But again, further out into the day.
Oh, it's not.
And
it's not
you
all-
guys do
all
see a couple of broken bows
Okay.
in the waters.
Do I recognize what kind of moves it is?
It's roll me history
Oh, it's-
if you want.
I do. 19.
They look elven.
They look elven bones.
The bows look elven, yes.
Oh, bows. I thought you
Bows.
said bones.
Like a bow and arrow. They look like broken bows that have elven qualities.
Like, can I roll? I don't know what to roll with this, but wait, no. But I was asleep. I guess I won't recognize it because I was gonna ask if it's the same bows as the elves that passed by, but I was asleep.
You know
so
that they're
I
elven
never
bows,
saw it.
and you know that there is elves on the trip.
Okay.
What if I got a 17?
On history, you would also know that these will be elven bows.
Then I'll just
Bad.
kind of say that out loud, like broken elven bows, kind of bows. Just little talk, I guess, not really talking out loud.
If you guys proceed forward on the 5th day of your trip, as the thick dark clouds start getting thinner and thinner and thinner and dissipating throughout.
It's you said it's green.
It's
or-
green, like
Okay.
a very it's obvious that it's green.
Mhm.
As the night starts falling, and you're technically within the marsh area, I need all you guys to roll me a perception check.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Comes out to a 25.
I don't have a nat 20, but that's a 19 plus 6, and that is a 25.
yeah, of course you guys. Obviously, since DC is 18,
Okay.
so if you guys got above 18, you see it. And those that do, since we have a couple already, at least half the party, you start seeing these white globule things start appearing. The darker it gets, the more bright these things are. And they're very, very still. But as soon as the moon is heavily full, where the same area where the fog was, the green fog, now they start moving around in patterns. They're probably, I would say maybe like 300 plus feet away from where you guys are currently at. And the marshes start to get a little thinner, and you start seeing every now and then dead trees, but trees almost indicating that the marsh terrain is starting to turn more into a swampish area. What do we do?
I don't notice I got a 3 on swatting bugs.
Well, I don't
There's a lot of mosquitoes here.
Like, I'll kind of mention that I see some globes of light swirling around
Okay.
that area.
It's a little hard to see for some of you guys, but you'll be able to catch them. And you notice a total of 7 of them, specifically.
Do they look like
No.
drift globes or
No.
They look a little thinner than Drift Globe, not as bright.
Oh,
The
7.
last thing that lit up tried to murder us with zombies, so I don't trust it. But we should go forward anyway.
I don't see a goddamn thing, and I think we just keep moving.
Okay. Is that the consensus of the party?
Angel I see.
I guess I see what?
You technically see orbs that are
The
moving
lights,
around.
yeah.
Yeah.
let's move forward a little bit. Maybe I can see something when I use
Yeah, I mean,
something.
I want to investigate, kind of. But
I want to investigate, but we need to get a little closer.
Yeah,
If not, I'll get closer.
yeah, no, I agree with that.
I'm mentally distracted. That's what's happening with Wes.
But we need to be careful
Yes.
walking towards this.
So you guys would be about 300 feet away, moving to 200 feet away. The globes are still moving in very odd patterns, but consistent patterns. If you
I
guys,
need to look at something.
yeah.
Because of what the range of the.
If you guys aren't doing anything and you keep traveling, we'll be about 100 feet away.
Let's kind of want to say stop at 100.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll
You
stop
guys
with
are about
that.
100 feet away.
It's S A B C D
What is the spell?
C invisibility.
Oh, I think within 60 feet.
Oh, basically my vision.
Mm-hmm. So you guys are about 100 feet away from these globule things. What do you guys do?
Ooh, should I?
I'm looking at Ariell for the lead.
I'm gonna.
I don't know.
I'm gonna expend 2 spell slots.
Okay.
Oh, no.
One level 3 and one level 2.
Ooh.
I'm gonna blink and see invisibility.
You're casting those spells on you?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair. As you
Do
see,
you, do you need me to like roll every time I'm moving?
uh,
Because blink, I need to roll.
yes.
me to be invisible.
For these purposes, you'll be blinking in and out right now.
Okay.
As you see the blink spell that your Dwarven compatriot likes to cast so often, and another spell that for a quick second or two his eyes glue green.
Greener than normal. My eyes
Yeah,
are
greener
green.
than normal.
I think.
So,
Yeah, his eyes are green.
anything that you guys want to do other than those 2 spells being casted?
Not me.
Most of the time Oria do is pretty much have a moonbeam ready just in case the whatever these are.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If y'all have forgotten how Rognarv does his blink spell,
Okay.
is he disappears.
Okay. As you guys keep walking forward,
I drink from my flask.
since you guys are about 100 feet away, technically, I should have done this at that point. As soon as you cast your spell, what's the range on it?
Well, I'm gonna get closer.
But what's the range on your spell? 60 feet. See invisibility.
Because when you said 60 feet, I stopped looking.
Okay, sorry.
Let me go again.
All those 7 orbs completely vanish.
When we got close to 100,
Once you got to the 100 feet marker, just
it just disappeared.
almost simultaneously, they all just disappeared.
It doesn't say a range, so I'm guessing just of how far I can see.
It should have.
So I guess my actual vision, because with the fog too, I don't know how.
We'll say that's your normal
Visibility
60 foot of
is.
vision. So all the 7 orbs just disappear completely. You guys are 100 feet away marker.
Like I'll move closer with my blink spell too.
How far do you move?
How far? I'll move my full speed.
Which is
25, so 50.
So you're at 50?
Yeah, like
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
25 and then 10 because of blink.
Uh-huh.
25 and then 10, kind of like that.
Okay. So once you get to the 50 foot marker,
And then I guess I'm at 50 away.
yeah. So as he teleports about 50 feet away, in a matter of a couple of seconds, what do you guys do?
I just disappear.
I'm gonna go up about 30 feet. So I'm
Okay.
still behind Cal, but I'm getting
Cal?
closer. Or oh,
Just because I'm going
Rognarv.
invisible.
Mark yourself at 70 feet away from them.
70.
Yeah.
This is what I see.
That's- yeah.
Wes is gonna shadow Ariell.
Okay. What's the shadowing Ariel?
But because of what you said, I still
Because Brom is.
bro, he's actually standing up too.
Yeah. Because of how the spell works, that's what you.
Yeah. Okay. With that, I will look behind me and I see them, right?
You see the party, yes. Ariel, Wes about 30. Well, to you about 20 feet away, and then everybody else about the 100 feet away.
Then, hopefully they don't scream, but I will just appear right next to Ariel.
By the way,
Hopefully
If
you've
you-
known this already.
how
You
fast
doing
are
it.
they? No, okay. As soon as you got there and saw that, they technically would attack you.
Okay.
Because their speed is 50 feet as well.
Okay.
So, for the sake of this, I'm going to roll a d8 and see how many actually got to get a total of you, which the d8 was 1. So 1 will try with a 22 to hit.
Yep.
Alright, so as you are about to...
Because,
Yes.
Do you need me to roll if I'm in the ethereal plane or not?
Yes, roll for me after you get hit. With 2 points of lightning damage.
I'm not in the ethereal plane.
As
I rolled a 9.
you
so
guys,
I didn't blink to the ethereal.
You did not blink, okay. As you guys see Rognarv turn around and then just of lightning,
Wait, how many?
2 points of lightning.
Okay.
what are these things?
Technically,
But they don't see it.
No, they see the lightning sparks.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't see what hit him. You just see as he goes, as just lightning expands. And technically, they made contact, so I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
That's not too good. But it's an okay roll.
Why is that rolled
Do
up?
you have to
Holy
roll for Sandman?
Fuck!
Are you rolling for Sandman?
I did not know they had +9 to initiative.
I'm sad.
They have +9.
Cow? Cow? That's lightning. Plus 9.
20 plus.
No. Wait, who's rolling for Senvin, or is he gonna
Senvin
be...
is going to stay in the back and take care of the donkeys right now.
Okay. Just...
So, oh wait, nobody got about 20, right?
Wait, what are we rolling for?
Initiative.
Initiative.
Okay, I got a 20.
A dirty 20? Or, 20 regular? Okay. Alright. So, Laz, 23?
Yeah.
Okay. Laz goes first then. So, Laz, then this thing.
Thing. I'll just
Thing.
write thing.
Yes.
How many? Just one?
Yeah, that's about right.
Thing 1, thing 2, thing 3.
15 up.
I have 17.
Did anyone beat 17?
Just do that.
Alright. Rog. 10 up?
Oria got a 19.
Oh, who got a 19? Wes?
Wes got a 22. Oria got a 19.
Guys, we've already passed those numbers. Alright.
Can I borrow
Well,
the
you
eraser,
didn't
please?
hear me when I was saying Wes got a 22 like 5 times.
What do you need?
No, apparently I didn't. West,
So it's
last West, the
Last
thing.
the
Oria.
And then Oria got a 19.
Oria got a 19.
thing. And so
Then
it's Oria.
Rog with the 17.
Rog and
Ariel, what did you get?
I got a 6.
Orcdeath?
Ariel, no!
I'm sorry.
Orcdeath, what do we get?
One above fucked.
Alrighty, Orcdeath.
So it's Ariel and Orcdeath.
Yeah. Okay. Can I get everyone to clear everything from the map?
Yeah, sure, let me help.
Thank you. I really appreciate this.
Can you turn us so we can see, I guess?
Hey.
Let me see how I'm going to die.
Kind of TV, please. And
So,
Oh, we have to hear so the people at home can watch
yes,
and score at home.
I got you.
Oh, darling, I love it when you manhandle me.
Oh my god.
Where is my...
I didn't know fairies had such big hairy hands.
I forgot the shape, I'm sorry.
So, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95. So we can put everyone over there.
Everyone?
Yeah, except for these guys who were 1, 2, 3, who were technically right here.
Is 7 not being an initiative?
7 is not an initiative.
Okay, dogs.
7 is fucking dead, guys.
So,
Bram is technically behind. He stayed there. I'm the only one who.
as 7 is taking care of the mules at the moment and all the gear for the purposes of him not showing up last minute. Les, you don't see anything, but you saw lightning shoot from
Me.
Rognarv.
It's your time to
Time to
get some
shine.
points on.
Yes, he's gonna fight us. He's gonna have to kill something.
With his toothpicks.
Let's see. I get points with my eagles.
So, Les, what do we do? Wes, you're up next.
Kelsey, you're muted. Kelsey, you're muted.
Okay, so I don't see Laz on the map. Is she like in the formation we are? She's like in the back, I'm guessing.
Yeah, she is very, very,
Yes.
very.
Can
much
we
in the back.
take off the map, the flag?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, look at that not being able to be seen.
There we go.
So, not that you can see, Les, but technically you're right here, right underneath the camera.
Yeah, right underneath the
Oh,
camera.
okay.
You're right there. Look, you're off the board.
You're right here. You're 5 feet off the board.
Got it. Alright, so I don't know what's happening. I saw some lightning. Yeah, I'm gonna use greater invisibility.
Okay.
And that's
She is completely invisible, guys. She disappears as well. Do you stay still?
Yes. Can I say it?
Like that scene,
Okay.
like that scene in
Yeah.
Spiders where he just goes.
And then I end my turn.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. All right, Wes. What do we do?
Okay. Do I see the direction that the lightning came from?
You see it directly in front of Rog, or it came from Rog from your perspective. But I mean, you saw him in pain and he grunted.
Alright, I'm gonna rush forward to him and make sure he's okay.
How far?
Like my full movement. Like 40 feet.
Alright, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 40, or right there. You're right behind me, like right behind me.
That is 40 feet.
Dude, you okay?
The-
Let's see. And
the-
I can't really see anything in front, can I?
You can't see them. They're
You see the swamp, you see the marshes area, you see waters all around. Oh, technically, I should be doing this because there are trees around. Some little swampies.
There's trees.
Some
Guys,
swampies.
Guys, I see trees.
Some swampos trees.
I'll be whispering to Wes, so like you don't really see them because they're invisible.
That makes so much sense.
I guess that's my reaction.
I think the most I'm gonna do is I am going to Oh, I have my D&D Beyond page so I can look up my spells.
Oh.
Oh wait, can I?
That's fine.
Well, I used my reaction already, so because I was gonna continue on to talk.
You can
I
speak
don't think
for
I
if you think it makes sense for you to say those enough words.
That they're invisible, but there's 7 orbs. 7?
Yep.
There's 7 orbs floating around that attack me. One of them, anyway.
What direction? Point the direction.
Can I talk? That's the reaction.
That's probably as much as I can give you.
Yeah.
Because it's out of turn.
Okay, wait, what'd you say? Where did you point?
Directly in front of him.
Right in front of him? And he's right in front of me. And I just use my movement. I'm just gonna hold action for attack in case anything pops out.
Okay.
Oh hey, Wes.
Time to
Do you know
pause.
how we're positioned? I'm right in front of you. I'll be your shield. Can finally say it.
I knew it. Okay, so Wes.
Oh, thing ones.
Yes.
There are technically 7 of these, so you are correct. So there are 7 entities. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay, and then the other one misses because that is
I couldn't
a 13.
write that. Yeah.
Wes. That is 14 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Ouch.
As
How many attack?
for the sake of this, because you got hit one time, you see a sparks of lightning right next to you, West. But you don't see anything.
Okay. I don't see anything, but I know it's next to me.
Yes. You know it's on your left.
Use my action.
Huh?
Yeah, he
You can roll an attack with a disadvantage.
Okay, that's fair.
As you see 5 of them go straight towards you. These small little orbs of just pure light that are currently invisible. Ooh, that's a...
Natural one.
Ooh, roll to confirm that. 13 did not hit. It does not hit you. Or no, you don't hit it. Sorry.
Okay.
16. The 16 hit.
To me, no.
Yes. Okay.
No, to me.
That misses. That misses. 21.
Yes.
And then 20.
Yes.
Okay. So that is a total of 10, 17, 20 points of lightning damage. As you see a buttload of them go, and only 2 hit. So I will reveal 2 of them. That's
Reveal or is
you see, they're not visible, but you. This is the sensation where they hit you.
Okay.
As just of pure lightning hits, and you from the guys all the way in the back, you just see bolts of lightning just spattering out of nowhere, attacking your friends. Oria, what do we do?
Oria's going to move up 30 feet.
Okay. Can we?
That is a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. She's gonna aim not to hit Weston, Rognarv, but she's gonna try to aim to hit the whatever the hell those things are behind, that's in front of them. Moonbeam.
Okay. So, I'm going to give them an advantage on the
Right there,
roll
yeah.
because
They're invisible.
the based on how we're playing, we have a tactical map. You shouldn't be able to see what's happening in front of them. Where are you concentrating your beam?
Well,
He said like right behind.
You're right in front of Rognarv, so like this square.
no, oh god.
I know it's hard because of the Aether. Like 5 feet in front of
Yeah, I
him.
know, I'm trying to think. Yeah. Bonus actually, no, that's, excuse me, that's actually with my spell that I can do that. It's actually action, sorry. Is it? Double movement's an action? Yes.
Yes. So if you move again, you use an action. You're using the dodge the dash action to move again.
Yeah, dash is an action, sorry. It's okay, it happens. What does Oria want to do right now?
Rob, you're up next.
What does Oria
I
want to
don't
do right now?
know.
I'm gonna have her,
Wait, you said 20 points.
I didn't hear you. What did you say, sorry?
use this,
No. What did she say?
or to cast detect magic.
Detect magic?
Detect magic.
Good.
Yes.
How far is the range? 60 feet. 1,
I believe
2,
so. 50.
3,
60.
4,
Oh yeah, I was thinking of the
5,
the
6. I'd say that you are able to see necromantic energy coming. That's not even a thing I wanted to show you. Coming right next to us, as far as you can see. You get 2 pings.
I'm in danger.
Danger,
She's gonna
danger.
use her reaction to basically call out to the left and mention to his right. To my left, to my right, they're all fucking around me.
They are everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
kind of the point of these guys.
You'll be able to see one.
All right,
Bit.
Oria. If that is it, Rog. And Ariell, you're on deck. And Orcdeath
Okay,
after that.
do I see all of them, right?
Because you can see invisibility, yes, you see all of them.
Where are they?
I cannot put them on the board, but they'll be here.
Like you can like point it here. This is Rognarv.
All in front of you.
Okay. Okay. What about that?
You can see him. Yeah, he's behind you.
Okay, he's right there. Okay. Bonus action. Not right now, bro. But branding smite.
You look surrounded. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Bonus action. Branding smite. Level 2 spell. That's marked down.
Okay.
And then my axe is.
Okay.
And I will attack this guy.
All right. As your axe is glowing with energy, and you roll me a hit.
Yeah. 1 is 16. 1 is 16 plus 9. Okay.
Oh, 16 plus 9, and that hits.
Is 19.
19 just hits.
Wow. So 2 attacks.
Yes.
Well, I guess that's it. I didn't mean to roll that, but
Yeah,
it
roll
fell.
with.
I don't
Roll
know.
with. If you meant to roll it, you rolled it.
That's a 4, and that's a 1 plus 10. 15.
15 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And that's visible. He's not invisible anymore.
Oh,
Branding smite.
Branding Smite does do that. That is a very specific thing that Branding Smite does.
And I
which is-
totally forgot. Branding smite does extra damage. I totally forgot how
Oh.
much. So let me look that up. I think it's 2d6. I'm not sure.
Okay. Invisible.
Nah. Oh yeah.
Invisible.
Oh wow! Look at those markers.
Invisible. Not invisible.
Shoot! I lost it again. Oh yeah, it's right here. 2d6 extra.
All right, roll me 2d6.
That is 5. So,
5.
Extra 5 damage, and the one that I attack is
It is severely bloody, by the way. As the only way you can tell is when you see this bright light and shimmer as he slashes with his axe and switches around, touches again. You see a ball of energy just glow and then just get cut in half. And some of it just completely dissipates and goes up into the air. And then you see much, much tinier, very dim ball of light. As this one is completely visible to everybody. Wes, you see that same ball of energy right next to you.
those things
and now that
are
you
attacking us.
see it, if anyone has knowledges in religion, you can roll. But you have to have religion trained.
Oh, I don't. Who has a religion trained?
Me.
Yes.
Oria's rolling. I don't know, I'm gonna roll. 21.
Dirty 20.
Oh, okay. Oria and Ariell, you both know that these things they're will-o-wisp. They're undead energies that have been living in these swamps. And specifically 7 of them.
From this, do I know that there's like any reasoning? Is there like sentience to them, or is it like?
They're
Jesus, this payback.
pretty sentient. What? No. They're a very angry spiritual form of their past life.
Got it. I have a feeling I know how to do this.
So, no, not even anything. It's just there's a very select few monsters in the book. We're eventually gonna cross.
I know.
All right, Drog. Excellent move.
Bonus action, staying there. I'm not moving.
Okay, Ariell, and then Orcdeath, you're on deck. Laz, you're after.
Casting tongues,
Okay.
and I'm going to yell out, "Stop! We mean no harm. We just need to pass through. We're here to kill an evil presence in the swamps named Drakus the Black. Will you let us pass?"
Roll me
hear that?
persuasion. Yeah, you
But
hear
we
it in
hear
your
that
first
in common?
language. Yeah, in the first language you ever learned. That's how I roll it.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
Dwarven
Oh,
or
Dwarvish, I
Common
guess,
or
for me.
yeah.
24.
Ooh.
It's like my highest stat. My highest stat is
Damn.
persuasion.
Huh.
Wow.
Mario would have to
Well, here goes the Jesus
Okay.
thinking.
What do you do as you are saying that?
I say it, and I'll move forward about 10 feet.
10 feet.
Interesting. Okay.
The
Orcdeath,
camera
what do we
looks
do?
looking, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Range action 25.
25.
So
you can dash
for
to
for
move
RP, technically all this is water. We'll just like move them right here. Just represent Oria.
Don't like water.
He's waiting for.
So
Like, if
you
you
hear
can
that in
dash
Dwarven
it.
as Ariell.
Okay.
You hear in Dwarven Ariell say the words that he just said. We're here to hunt Draka the Black, meaning no harm.
Any
as you-
response?
you don't technically you don't see them, and the one that's like a very small little ball of energy is just floating, not moving closer to west, but it's completely still,
Okay.
just floating in the air.
Can't do much of anything.
All right, Les, what do we do? Wes, you're up next.
Oh, connection.
Oh no, Les!
Oh, connection.
Oh, there it is.
And she's back.
Les, what do we do? You're up next. You are next. Wes is
Oh,
on
I'm
deck.
still on blink. I totally forgot.
Oh,
How long has it been?
Oh my God, Rob.
a couple seconds, not really that much.
No, I'm not on the ethereal plane.
You are in the ethereal plane?
I'm not.
Okay, cool. That's probably for the good right now. Les, what do we do?
I want to move up as far as I can. I can move 30.
Okay. You want to move 30? You want to move 60? You want to take an action to move to dash?
30 is fine.
Okay. You're technically still invisible.
And-
I will put a count marker on you because you're also invisible.
Yes.
All right, West. What do you do?
Now that I can see the thing, and Ariel speaking to it, I'm not quite sure what it's gonna do next. So I'm gonna just take my action to cast True Strike on it.
Okay. All right.
I
Your
get
eyes.
advantage on attack on my.
Yeah. If West attacks, he has advantage on it because as his eyes glow a specific color, but technically no threats have been uttered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Things.
Smart.
I will give it a roll. Alright. Technically, as you hear in Dwarvish around you, Rognarv, and you hear feints of it throughout. Ariel can barely hear it. Wes, we can't understand it because it's Dwarven. Orcdeath, you can also hear it. As in Dwarven, you hear, "Kill the beast," and you see the balls of energy leave completely.
Oh.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Big brain for Ariel.
Yeah, your persuasion. I need to do that a lot more often.
Diplomacy for once.
I mean, you said the thing that they wanted to hear.
Yeah.
As
Thank God. Name dropping. helps
I'm the
sometimes.
only one who saw them disappear, or
yeah.
did they?
Well, technically, you also see one that was lit up that kind of left.
Okay.
As long as the spell remains, it's gonna be visible.
It's 1 minute.
Okay, so it's gonna be visible for 1 minute.
hour.
Okay. Oh, well, it's gonna be visible for the next hour.
Then, with that, I will actually say they left. Kind of looking towards Ariel. I think whatever you said worked.
Seems that way.
They want us to kill the monster.
Let's move on then. We have a lot to accomplish.
I need you guys to roll me perception.
That's the one thing that we seem to be somewhat.
What'd you get?
Okay, I roll. With advantage. They're both.
Oh wow.
19.
That is a 10.
Okay, 19,
9.
9. Last.
12.
21.
All right.
10 with advantage.
Oria, what did we get?
Or you got a 16.
16. Okay.
I'm
So,
just out here like,
Eagle eyes. Need that.
Do you still want the map?
we can have the map on for a bit more. Just to give the audience something to look at. It's not just a flag. Everybody sees this, but Ariel and Lass hear something.
Ooh.
Is this roleplay time?
Yeah.
Can Brom join me now?
Yeah, Bron can join you. Everybody can join you. As you guys see a very
Is everybody
whimpering
here?
coyote start walking this way. You see that its paw is completely maned, and it's just walking. And it half of this fur on the backside is
Sandman, he's still taking care of the donkey?
Yeah, Seven will appear with the bones.
Okay.
Will come to you guys as the left side of its back is completely covered in blood.
I'm gonna run to
I
it.
think I know what that is, but not Rognarv.
As Ariell
You're
and
gonna move forward?
Laz,
Yeah.
you hear laughter from this side of the marsh, as he is coming from the other side of the marsh, in the same direction as you're supposed to be heading.
Okay. I'm gonna go to it, the coyote.
Is it moving forward still?
It's moving towards the closest person that appears to it.
Beep, beep, beep. Point.
And I'm going to lay on hands for 5 HP.
Okay. As you see that its paw just starts appearing more, and it looks at you and just starts licking your palm.
And I don't know if tongues works this way, but I'm going to say, "Where's your master?"
And you hear a bounce of the coyote, and then just start running in that direction. Now that it's healed.
Oh, it ran?
Alright, I'm just gonna kind of look at everyone else and give y'all a look like, come on, let's go.
Vamonos!
Alright, time to move.
Okay.
As we follow.
I guess.
Alright.
I will cure wounds myself.
let's go,
Level 1.
Okay. As you guys are treading along, looking at time. Okay.
Cure wounds is just...
It's 1d8 plus your
Plus-
spellcasting ability,
okay.
so intelligence for you. Okay.
That's the lowest I can roll.
As the coyote is running through the swamps, and you guys are following it, and every so often it has a slightly faster land speed than you guys, and every so often stops to look at you, make sure that you're following, and then keeps on running. And not a terrible jog, maybe less than a minute or so. You guys are just jogging, but with intensity and purpose. The first thing that you guys would see is another elven bow broken, and one of the archers from the elves killed. But you see that he has lacerations on his neck and a lot of slash marks on his chest.
Oh. Wait. No, never mind. I don't think that
Dead?
works that way.
I mean, he looks dead, yeah.
I mean,
Unless you guys are going to stop and investigate, or you're going to keep on moving forward.
'Cause
As
I
the
want to-
coyote is not stopping. He
Oh.
stops to look at you guys, and then you see that his paws are like he's itching to keep on running.
spare the dying?
You know that you don't feel any pulse.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Then I'll just keep moving if
Wes
the
is
dog
gonna
wants to
keep
move.
following the coyote.
Okay.
Revivify.
As you keep running, you see the second archer from their party hung on a tree,
Oh.
like completely hung. Yes.
Oh!
Hmm. That's not good.
And a couple of feet next to him, you see the elderly man that thanked you, decapitated.
Oh,
No!
that's sad.
The party that went before us. Like, can we tell what kind of weapon or
If
whatever
you are
this
going
is?
to stop and investigate, yeah,
Kind of
100%.
want to.
Roll me an investigation.
Oh wait, I didn't know. I'll roll again because I don't know why I rolled with advantage.
Sure.
But let me roll this big die. Or yeah, 5. Nope. 9.
9. Something very sharp. I mean,
Yeah.
a dragon can do this. Easy. But that's Rognarv. What do you see when you go and investigate? When Rognarv stops, you see that coyote just.
Maria's gonna cast Speak with Animal,
Okay.
just so she can understand it.
It's saying, please hurry, come. She's not going to make it.
Oh, no.
I'm following
Okay.
as quick
Yeah,
as I can.
running.
Yeah.
Hey, West, with all attention is not stopping, he will follow the coyote.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm booking it.
A couple feet, maybe 30, like around the bank that you guys are turning to, you see the elven young woman who gave you the elvish bread, completely against a tree. Like her arm is covered, like dripping pitch red with blood. She has a lash on across her chest, and she's bleeding profusely. As there's currently a double-bladed axe on her throat, just like the curve of it is like against her. And you see a large, towering man, about 8 feet tall, covered in black and white runic tattoos. He completely clean-shaven, no hair on him. He has adorned on him a lot of hunting gear, like pelts and pallets. On his back, you see that he has a large flail. A large morning star. Which Ariell, Oria, and Wes have seen this race before.
Yeah.
As you see a large Goliath pressing an axe against her. And as it kind of leaning close, as it currently has not noticed you, does anyone know Giant?
I have tongues cast still.
Oh, and yeah, it's been less than a minute. Oh, it's been about 2 minutes or so.
Yeah, Les sees that.
Mm-hmm.
Before anyone does anything, he's going full charge.
Okay. As Ariell, you hear these words before Wes charges his Goliath. As he's like,
What a waste of a reward. Death is the only glory.
and then Wes, I need you to roll me strength.
Okay.
All right, as we have to get this guy stats out.
Okay. Let's see what happens. God damn it!
That sounds like a good roll.
23.
That's six.
6. As you charge this Goliath, and he just immediately removes the blade from her, grabs your face and slams you against a nearby tree,
Ow.
and then looks at all you guys and starts speaking in Giant.
I can understand Giant.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oria Loxodon understand Giant.
All right, then you understand what this Goliath is saying. Who again? It's towering at 8 feet tall.
How many? 8 versus 1. If you guys were true warriors, it'd be 1v1. But I guess a death among cowards is good enough.
And
Yeah, I dare you to tell me what he's saying.
Everyone
Tell
can
me what he's saying.
understand it, apparently.
What he's saying?
when you speak, everybody can understand you, and you understand all languages. If I remember the spell correctly.
Yeah, I think it's that, but we don't understand him.
Yeah, as he's just speaking.
Lolo.
Tongues. The spell grants the creature you touch, or in this case myself, the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says. Would that be me, or would that just be...
That'll be you.
them?
So you understand all languages, and when you speak, everybody understands you in their first tongue.
Okay, yeah. Got it.
But yeah, this Goliath is, as he says that, he takes like half a step back and grips his axe. It takes 2 hands to hold. Wes, the axe is taller than you.
Oh, boy.
As he is with an inviting grin.
Like, did he physically attack Weston?
No, he didn't. He just moved him and slammed against a tree, right next to where the caster was, the elvish woman. Wes, what do you
Can I
do?
have Oria do something?
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to do something.
Oria's gonna wild shape into a rhinoceros. Oh no.
Okay. I will let you know that you are in swamplands. That should be, and the corridors coming in here were very
Oh, true.
hard.
Shit.
Just because you're not physically here, but the surroundings. maybe
I
a
would
rhinoceros
say
will be too
Oria
heavy
is-
for the soft grass that is barely holding you.
I will say Oria has repeated what the dude said.
Pterodactyl.
West is just going to yell back. I'm not a fucking coward. I will fight you myself if I have to. I will fucking kill you.
Oh.
He looks like
shit.
Because I wanted to do something.
What are you doing?
Because he sounded like he was insulting us.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It takes two. So he's holding his axe with one hand. Yes.
He was and then grips it with two hands, like he's ready for a fight.
Two hands to let me go. Okay.
He's not moving. If you get your weapon, he's not flinching or moving at all from his position. But he did give you about a foot of room.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna attack him. Yeah.
All right. Okay. If we're going to do that, I need you to roll me initiative then.
Okay.
Everybody or just her?
Technically everybody.
Oh, that's nice.
Because I was going to throw a fireball at him.
Shit, you're fired.
Sure.
That's a 20.
The 22?
Yeah.
I had the best roll.
Technically he got 23.
Oh.
Did anyone beat a 23?
Me, I got
The
one.
same shit happened last time.
Oh no.
Yeah, 18 plus 5.
Damn.
No, Lord.
I don't know what that is.
I had a 19 plus 30.
So, I'll keep the initiative track in a second. Because of our time,
No.
I will have him speak, and then we'll start next game with him on top of the initiative board.
Oh man.
As
Damn it.
he speaks in common.
Only cowards fight when it's multiple versus one, fighting like true warriors. Then he'll have an honorable death.
As he's very, very... He's speaking to everybody, but he's looking directly at West. Since you're the one that kind of like chest checked them.
Yeah, basically.
And with that, we're going to end tonight's stream and pick up next time with the initiative order that we have, but essentially a Goliath that you definitely recognize as a Stormlord. The same people that hunted down some of Oria's people.
Damn.
He looks a little bit meaner than the last one, but still.
Oh, there's a camera.
Yeah.
What's this personal beef with Stormlord? So, yeah.
So, thank you guys so much for watching. This video will be edited, put it on YouTube. Please support our friends, give us a like and all that jazz. We do have merch as I am burping through this. If you like us, support us that way. That's really nice. And you get a piece of memorabilia. Alright guys, thank you so much. We'll be here next week.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Hey.